You've probably heard of The Secret, right? It wasn't just some book. It was this global phenomenon, and it was all built around one really powerful and, let's be honest, pretty controversial idea. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and figure out what's really going on with it. I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? Can your thoughts actually change your reality? It's the whole premise that got millions of people hooked and sparked, endless debates. We're going to unpack what that really means, how it's supposed to work, and what you can actually take away from it all once you cut through the hype. All right, so to really get a grip on this thing, we have to look under the hood. We've got to understand the engine that drives it all, this principle they call the law of attraction. This is the bedrock for everything else. So the core idea here is actually pretty simple. Your thoughts act like magnets. The theory goes that if you're constantly focusing on abundance, on opportunity, you literally pull those things towards you. But, and this is a really big but, it's a two-way street. If you're focusing on fear or what you don't have, well, you'll just attract more of that. It all comes down to the magnetic power of your attention.
Now, this isn't just some vague philosophy they throw out there. The Secret actually offers a specific 3-step formula to put all this into practice. It's like a simple recipe for turning your thoughts into your reality.
Okay, let's break this down. First up is ask. This means you have to get crystal clear on your goal. No fuzzy, vague wishes. Second, believe. And this is a big one. You have to genuinely act and feel as if you've already got it. And finally, receive. You have to be open and ready for the opportunities to show up. So that's the formula. Ask, believe, receive.
But, it's never that simple, is it? While this whole idea has inspired millions of people, it has also gotten a ton of valid criticism. So let's take a minute to look at both sides of the coin and get a more balanced picture here.
So on the one hand, you can see the appeal. It really empowers people, right? It gives them a sense of control over their own lives. And it puts a huge emphasis on gratitude and positive thinking, which are genuinely powerful tools. But on the flip side, the limitations are pretty significant. It can create totally unrealistic expectations, which just leads to disappointment. It can also push this idea of toxic positivity, where you feel like you're not allowed to have a bad day. And probably the biggest critique, it often completely ignores real-world stuff like economic barriers or systemic issues that people face. Okay, so with all those very real limitations in mind, is there anything actually useful left here? How can we separate the hype from what might be genuinely helpful? Let's try to build a practical action plan that kind of grounds this theory in our daily lives. So it breaks down into 7 steps. And the idea is to bridge that gap between just thinking about something and actually doing something. Let's start with the internal work first. The first 4 steps are all about what's going on inside your head. And just notice how specific this is. Step 1 isn't just, oh, I want to be rich. It's, I want to grow my income by 20%. Step 2 is about building that belief using tools like visualization. Then step 3, this one is critical. It's about taking small, aligned actions every single day. And step 4, a daily gratitude practice helps keep that positive focus going. This is the foundation you build everything else on.
All right, now we move from the internal stuff to the external. Step 5 is about actively catching those negative thoughts and reframing them. Step 6 is all about curating your environment because the people and the media you consume have a huge impact on your mindset. And finally, Step 7 makes this a living, breathing process. You actually measure your progress and you adjust your actions. This is where belief starts to meet real-world strategy.
So after all of that, the philosophy, the critiques, the action plan, what's the real bottom line? Well, I think it comes down to separating the magic from the actual model. And this, right here, really nails the most grounded way to look at it. The true power isn't in some mystical law of the universe. It's in using this whole concept as a mental model, a tool to direct your focus, to keep a positive outlook, and to build momentum with consistent effort. It's a psychological framework, not a magic wand. And this is the most important part. Because honestly, whether you believe that the universe is listening or not, one thing is absolutely undeniable. Your thoughts shape your actions. And it's your actions, day in and day out, that create your results. That is the real practical secret here.
So when you boil it all down, it all comes back to a simple but really powerful choice. Knowing that your focus directs your actions, what are you going to choose to focus on today?